We want to take you down a path that's full of endless laughs. Don't like to get too serious if it ain't about the math. If it is, I do it all, cause I'm not sure if Sam can add. I'm playing, but if he can't, I feel a little bad. A joke is not a joke unless it's leaving someone mad. When you come up with no money, then a joke is all you have. We do this for the ones out there that can relate to that. We're dedicating an hour to help you forget about your sad. The ones without a belt that leave your jeans stuck on a sag. Or the ones that need a break because their woman likes to nag. I'm saying, don't get upset if you know you always nag. Episode 68, that's another one in the bag.
I've been wanting to drink more water.
Yeah.
Like I try to make it a point to drink a lot of water, and then like I'll fall off. But like it's hilarious when you know you're drinking a lot of water when you just be peeing like ridiculous. Your piss comes out like straight clear.
Yo, you know what the problem is that I don't enjoy water throughout the day, but I really crave it at night. So like 8, 9, 10 o'clock, I'm drinking mad water, and I'm like, I gotta get up just before I go lay down to take a piss because I drink mad fucking water, and I'm not trying to be. You know what's the worst thing of all time is getting woken up by having a full bladder. That's like one of the worst things to deal with.
No, one of the worst things to deal with ever. In you know, I got to start realizing that's not a statement you could just throw around all week. But
yeah, but fuck it, I'm gonna use it. It's like there's many statements that people use willy nilly, and I don't think that's that bad.
Willy nilly in itself is a hilarious statement.
That's a hilarious statement.
Is that like is that a said type? Is that Cedric the Entertainer's like creation? I've never heard willy nilly before that, but maybe willy nilly is like a really old term. Like, and I don't want to disrespect it.
May be, but I can't point to any other time I heard it.
Yeah, he made it for me really something to use, and I don't believe Cedric the Entertainer gets the credit he's due. Really, I mean, maybe he does in some circles, and I think a lot of people that maybe,
unlike the actual comedy, like stand-up comedy scene, I think he's more of like a. And, you know, I mean, obviously that changed, I think, as like Barbershop came out, you know, more notoriety there.
And fucking Steve Harvey was just hilarious.
Yeah.
Like
but I mean, it was overshadowed by Steve. You know, he's like the one who went on, I think, to be the most successful, obviously, you know. Once you're hosting game shows, and that's not like that now because they'll give anybody a game show, but back when he fucking first started doing Family Feud,
but yeah,
we're paying him.
Dude, the best part about Steve Harvey is that he went from like the hairline of the century, right? Like this real perfected like fro, real just clean. And then out of nowhere he was bald. Like the fuck happened to you, Steve Harvey?
That's true because I don't think there was like a transitional period. He was just bald one day, you know? Like
it was like he woke up and was like, I'm done with this toupee here. And if it wasn't a toupee, I don't know what made him go completely bald.
Yeah. I mean, he's married.
Yo, is Glenn's cousin, opposite shout out to Glenn.
Yeah, opposite shout out to Glenn for sure.
Is Glenn's cousin Russell, like, is he bald or did he just go too bald?
I don't know, and I'm not trying to speculate.
Yeah, I'm not trying to speculate either. I just was wondering. Like,
I'm saying because I have no idea.
No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk. I just was wondering, like, because there are some people that prefer to just go bald headed.
Well, there are people who are like, they've noticed a bit of recession, and they're like, I'm just gonna let it go here.
And I can appreciate that,
but some people look terrible bald. You know, like
no, there's that too. Like it's a
big risk.
I just know that there are folks that prefer to just go because a lot of people don't like maintenance with their hair.
I mean, yeah, I'm one of those people. I keep my hair a little bit long, but in the morning I go to work looking like a fucking scumbag. I don't touch my hair. Like the only thing I brush is my beard.
It feels really good to brush your beard when it's long. That's like one thing I love to do.
Yeah, I keep brushing my car for that reason.
Yeah, but no, like, man, where was I going with this?
I don't know, but since you lost track,
but okay. So I want to go back to it though.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, go ahead. All right, go ahead and introduce it.
All right. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. You already know what this is. It's the Kiona and Kasson podcast, episode number 68.
68. We are great. Yeah.
It was terrible, but I let it slide because it was a good knock to us. I'm your host, Adam.
It wasn't a knock to us, dick.
I'm your host, Adam. I'm here with my brother and co-host, Osama.
Yeah.
Salute to Dave and
we've been talking to Dave a little bit, and
a little bit.
I mean, because Dave we know he's busy, and we still try to communicate. not saying that, just know that Dave is still, part of the show, and we do communicate, and there are some ideas floating around. So just know that.
Yeah, that's all you need to know, though. You'll figure out the rest when we get to the rest. Now,
did you just rhyme rest with rest?
It wasn't supposed to be a rhyme. We'll get to the rest when we get
rhyme.
to the rest. Now, would you like to go on with whatever you were?
So yeah, I was going to say.
You forget. Oh, again.
Okay. So no, I would say no, because we were talking about bald heads and like if people prefer it. Dude, I had such a low fade for such a long, long time.
You did.
Like
you certainly did.
There was a reason. That's when I decided to start growing my hair out. Like, I just was like, man, see if I can do it, because honestly, I do have like a little bit of some receding going on, and like it's not too crazy. So like I was like, all right, I want to at least grow my hair out and enjoy that for what it is until like whatever.
Right.
But like because and plus like there's so many more options when you got like longer hair. It's just a lot of maintenance.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, I mean, you can get a longer fade and still be cool. Like,
yeah, that's true too. And I mean, obviously, as time has gone on, man, this chair is floating away from you very quickly. As time has gone on, the trend is to like have the longer hair, but I think it's just cool as an adult to be able to like have the option of looking like an adult with hair. You know, like you don't just come with like an hair that's like a 1/4 inch long, faded really nicely, but just very low.
Get your Brian Urlacher on.
No, I think the most impressive of all that is Matt Forte.
Yeah, but I never really.
Is it a Chicago thing where they're like, we ain't fucking with anybody? Because only so far it's been Matt Forte, it's been Ryan Sandberg, it's been Brian Urlacher.
Yeah.
Like next thing you know, they're gonna hit up Michael.
No, I don't think there's any way, Mr.
Can you imagine if Mike came back with some hair and shit? He'd have to bring back the gold chain.
He's gonna be Hair Jordan.
Whack.
Anyway, no, I don't know. It's a sensitive subject. Like, if you want to go,
no, it's extremely sensitive, even for people.
If women want to know what the equivalent of fucked up conversation is, because we can have a million about you, but you start talking about our hair and then how it's receding and balding, and that's just
it's not really cool.
But during the wintertime I tend to wear a lot more hats, so
obviously, because
but that's also a problem that fucks your head up, man.
Your what?
Fucks your hair up.
Oh, you mean hat hair?
Yeah, well, not that, I don't care about that. I'm just saying, like, that is what eventually leads to loss.
I don't know. I don't know. Your head done stretched them out too much? Poor headphones. They had such a long life to live until they met your ass. But we got to sit on that head? Damn!
Gonna sit on this microphone in a minute.
That's a little bit cause for pause.
Oh, yeah, kind of. All right. Anyway, you ever think about what perspective of life would be if your eyes were on your toes instead of on your face?
The worst fucking start. That's what you're gonna ask me? If my eyes were on my toes?
If your eyes were on your toes,
nobody would get anywhere in life.
Yeah, but everybody would be seeing from ground level. It would change a lot of things.
Yeah, and then
except you wouldn't be able to wear shoes.
Everybody's walking around barefoot. The fuck is wrong with you?
I'm sure there are countries in the world where there's still people walking around barefoot.
I think the way the world works, people are stubborn, so people would literally. It sounds hilarious, and it means that people are capable of big things if they want to be. They would literally learn to walk on their hands and turn around, and their
evolution would eventually
and their feet would be like up on
So it'd be like Our Real Monsters, where that guy has to hold his eyes.
but then you would like eat by like feeding your crotch. So you feed like your head would be literally where your dick is, and your dick would be where your head is. I mean, it's a brain. Not a brain. It's got a head.
Wait. Why is the head in the position of the dick?
Because what I told you is they're going to learn to walk on their hands, and then they're going to flip right side up again, and their feet are going to be up in the air where their hands would be.
Well, right, but why would your face not still be where your face is?
Because you still have to flip upside down. So your face would be down here and your dick would be the others on the right side up or upside down.
It would be hard to feed yourself.
Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I know. You posed this question to me, fucker.
Yes, but
I'm literally making lemonade, dude. And you gave me like bricks. So I don't know what you want from me.
It would change your perspective on a lot of things, you know? Height would be different when you're jumping from someplace. Can you jump anymore?
Dude, you asked me this. I don't know. This is the worst question I've ever been asked.
You can't use your feet for most things. This is like,
So
you can't use your feet for most
Yeah, you don't have opposable thumbs.
Use.
I was trying to explain to Vivi why opposable thumbs make us what we are in life, like with our brains. She's like, but just because our thumbs? I'm like, yes. Our thumbs do a lot.
Yeah.
Like they're one of the most unique things in all of the universe. Like she's like, what?
Only raccoons, monkeys, and humans have.
It's really hilarious that like, and you know what's hilarious? Sloths only have like these four. Like, they don't have this, right?
I don't know. That's what it always looks like when I see a picture. I don't know.
Sloths are hilarious, dude. Like, It's like if there is a God, right? Like, I'm not saying there isn't. I'm not saying there is. Just shut up. Right? And he created the sloth. Like, why'd you make him so slow?
He's gonna be like Toby walking into a fucking church.
Why are you always so mean to me? Like, dude, the sloth the sloth has like, and also the sloth has the most permanent smile on his face, right? Almost be like that and the dolphin.
Yeah.
But like, what if the sloth really isn't happy? Like, what if he's just like, why does everybody fuck with me? And like,
why does everybody think I'm happy?
Every time like somebody goes to grab him and they think he's going to hug him, he's literally trying to hit you, but he's moving so slowly that you always catch it, and he's just like, fuck. The sloth is like, the sloth is doomed for a literal lifetime of misinterpretation, leading to like,
but you know what?
Handling.
I do believe that smile on their face is legit because I'm pretty sure they just eat.
I do think sloths are maybe one of the most happiest things on the planet.
They eat and sleep and fucking be a lazy bastard fat man of a creature. I would love that life if I was a sloth. Can't be too mad about it. Except, they didn't really get much of a defense mechanism, I feel like.
Dude, that's like what I'm saying.
Like turtles are slow, but at least they have the shell.
No, so one thing about turtles, I'll tell you right after this. I'm saying, what if sloths don't have, like, that's the thing. What if every defense mechanism they have is misinterpreted for some cuteness? And every time it happens,
nobody takes me seriously.
That's exactly what I'm saying. What if the sloth literally is like, dude, if you guys would just leave me the fuck alone, you would stop thinking I'm trying to hug you. Like, I'm literally trying to bury my nails into you, but there's no momentum or force coming with me enough that's going to be able to pierce your skin. No, I think sloths are probably the most happiest animal on the planet.
I think it's pretty good chance that it's up there.
Now, that leads me to the dolphins who...
Wait. You're supposed to go back to the turtles.
Well, I did. Yeah, I did say that too.
Yeah.
So turtles, I saw a video of like a Komodo dragon coming out of like the ocean, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was a Komodo dragon at first. I'm like, what the fuck is that, right? And it's coming out, and it's got this head that I've never seen on an animal. And the next thing I know, it shakes its head, and it shakes off a fucking turtle's shell, and its head was in the shell, and it's just dripping fucking turtle guts.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, man. So turtles don't have that much of a defense mechanism. If they if somebody wants to eat them, apparently it can eat them.
I'm saying it can save itself against certain things, right? Whereas sloth, I mean,
turtles are one of the most turtles are almost like sloths. They move that slow.
But have you ever seen them fly back into their fucking shell? It's quick.
Yeah, but that just means they're just like a sitting duck. If something wants to eat it, it'll eat it.
It really depends,
Okay, also, that's enough of that. Turtles get killed pretty quickly. We'll just leave it at that, unfortunately. Turtles are the shit, too.
Yeah.
Except snapping turtles. What the fuck is that?
Asshole turtles.
Why? You ever been to somebody's house and be like, don't put your hand in there, he's a snapping turtle. Like, why would you get one?
This was a terrible investment.
Like, why would you buy a pet you can't pet?
Well, I mean, you can really consider a turtle a pet? Is it?
Yes, dude. People get fucking snakes and pet them.
I mean, I guess. Like, do they want to be pet?
Who?
Snakes don't give a fuck about you petting them. They'll bite your face off.
Snakes actually, I think. Well, yeah, that's weird too. I don't know. I wouldn't have a snake. I know many people with like fucking reptiles.
Yeah,
I don't understand that. It doesn't have fur. It's not like cuddly.
Certain reptiles are cool, but like I don't. Like I would have like a chameleon in there, you know.
What? No way.
Things.
I would never get a chameleon.
Why not?
What if he gets loose in your house? You'll never find him. You'll never find that guy, dude. You'll look and he'll just close his eyes and turn brown.
Well, you got to keep that shit airtight, you know.
I think I'm a little loud.
I mean,
do you think I'm a little loud? Can you hear me loud?
I can hear you because you're like in one of my ears, you know.
Okay. Well, I think I'll be all right then. Never mind.
Yeah, I didn't change anything.
No, dude, that's a terrible pet idea. Just like ferrets, hamsters.
Ferrets are assholes. What I really want is
I did hear that ferrets are like, besides the fact that they stink, are like really cool and they're very smart, from what I understand.
Yeah, they're just I don't know. It's like a fucking squirrel that's been modified.
Squirrels would be really dope, dude. Actually, I think you can keep squirrels as pets. They're just very like hard to do because they want to run away. I think
because they have shit to do.
Yeah, they're just bouncing around the crib and shit. Squirrels are really cute.
Yeah,
squirrels are cute.
Agreed. But yeah, I've not tried to have them in the house. Can you get them rabies shots?
Can you like de-rabies them?
I feel like you'd have to at least try, right? Like if this motherfucker bites me in this house, I'm gonna have rabies now. And that's not what you want.
Dude, I don't know why you would get a chameleon. He'd be on this like gray carpet and we wouldn't even know it.
I'm not like he's not coming out. First of all, I think you overestimate their ability to blend in. There's only like certain.
I don't.
You do.
They hide from other things that are.
They can't like copy
being able to murder.
They can't like copy the pattern on your hat.
I think they can.
That's not how they work.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. No. We will look that up and figure it out, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Motherfucker.
So
they're chameleons. By definition, I think that means blend in with background.
You know, all right.
So besides the chameleon, right?
Right.
We were talking about dolphins, and I believe the dolphin is maybe the most evilest of the playbook. I can't even say what I'm saying. The evilest of the animals on this planet.
Yeah.
Dude, those dudes are really, really nasty.
They're super fucking...
they do like incest and rape.
Yeah, they're really horny motherfuckers. I don't know.
Dude, they are the worst. But they're so cool too. That's what they do. They draw you in with their coolness, man, and then they come get you and they fucking prey on you. It's like a predator. You want toy boy, little guy? Like, no. I mean, what kind of toy you got?
They serve a purpose of helping people to some degree, I think, right?
Who? Dolphins?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like they've.
I think
like them because
videos of them humping people.
I like them because they stand up to sharks. Like they don't give a fuck, you know.
What?
Yeah,
man. Fuck those guys. Like, what the fuck does the shark ever do to you?
I'm just saying, you know, fuck sharks.
No, man, I'm pro shark.
Listen, if you're a dolphin and you're fucking like ill enough to go and combat this motherfucker who's probably like 3 times your size, yeah, fuck a shark, you know?
No, I'm pro shark all day.
I like seeing like Shark Week shit, you know, but
Shark Week shit.
Okay, so it says, while chameleons aren't quite as adept to blending in with their surroundings as they're depicted in cartoons, they cannot become invisible or transparent, nor can they mimic polka dots or plaid. These reptiles are... What the fuck ever. These reptiles are still very talented.
Big ass head for no reason. No, that's going to be a running joke from now on.
Whoop your ass from now on. Most chameleons can change their color and pattern by
an hour of us fighting
pigments and crystals of guanine. Yeah, so I don't know, but basically they can change colors and there are some patterns they can mimic, but it's not just anything, you know? Plus, they come in different colors, so they think they're stuck to certain...
There's different races of chameleons?
I mean, I suppose so.
Is that like a thing? Different races within...
Different species?
Well, that's true. So what's other than a dog, what's like the best household pet?
Other than a dog? I can't say there is one.
Is there something you would get that you keep in a Like a tank, but other than a fish? Is there any way on this planet that you would have a turtle? Okay. Yeah, I would too. Just don't get a snapping turtle, you stupid motherfucker. Like,
be careful, he snaps at you.
Dude, you want to see my turtle? Yeah. Can I pick him up? No, he snaps. Like, so what did you get him?
Fuck turtles.
What did you get him for? Like, why do you have him?
But those motherfuckers are the ones who are really can hold their own, you know?
Yeah, against anything. I'm not trying to have my fucking finger bit off.
Yeah. But, I mean, as far as mechanisms of defense in the wild.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah. Anyways, we've talked about nothing for 22 minutes.
And 67 episodes.
Well, to the hundreds and tens of fans.
That has not grown just quite yet.
Listen, as long as we can say hundreds and tens.
We do have fives in that category as well.
This is true. You know.
Is that fives or ones? Yo, math sucks.
What? Math?
You know, decimal points.
No, I think the thing is that you suck at math. That's like the...
It's cool. Most people do. Fuck you.
It's time, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to, by popular demand, be bringing back a old segment. So, allow us to reintroduce our shoes.
Yeah. Here they
are. This week I put on the Neymar 5. Fives are just usually one of my favorite Jordans. So,
cool.
But yeah,
I'm just still rocking these fucking 97s.
I'm sure these are nothing that you've not seen yet.
No.
But I don't really know. You can be a new listener.
I just been
an old listener. Whatever.
Yeah, man.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
No, I just kind of been rocking these, man. They're pretty comfortable, so I say fuck it.
Yeah,
I said fuck it.
No brand new Humvee. I said fuck it. I forgot. I want to make sure I get his name right. But the creator of the Nerf football has passed away in some very unfortunate news this week.
That's crazy.
His name is Fred Cox. So he died at 80. He used to be a kicker for the Vikings.
I did hear that before.
The funny thing is he was their highest scoring player of all time. That's what it says. Yeah.
That makes no sense.
That's what it said. That's the ESPN thing. But so he liked.
Didn't Adrian Peterson play for the Vikings?
That doesn't really matter. You know,
I think it does because he scored a lot. That's all I'm asking.
But he's 80 years old, so back then
he didn't play till he was 80. Motherfucker. Like
what I'm saying is, he probably ended up. There was probably a lot of kicks back in the day. You know,
a kick was either worth 1 or 3 points.
I understand.
You would have to kick all fucking game to make 14 points.
Who knows how the game has changed since its inception 100 years ago?
I don't know.
All I'm saying is...
Listen, no disrespect to Mr. Cox, but I don't know how that's possible.
You better not disrespect Mr. Cox. Pause. The
cause for pause.
Much of my childhood was made entertaining.
Cause for pause. Cause for pause.
I'm letting him go so I can soundbite this one day.
Bite these.
Pause. All I'm saying is Nerf footballs was a wildly large entertainment source for us as children.
It's awesome. So it was like, just take
the one thing that I would like to know, if I ever had a chance, God rest his soul, to ask him this question. How come these things are so prone to getting stuck in trees? What is it?
The wind takes that shit like nothing. You'll be like, you'll throw it and you'll be like, no,
there's probably still balls stuck in a tree across the street. Pause.
Across the street where?
From our old house.
Oh, I was like across the street.
That's
maybe. I don't know.
No.
I've never thrown one.
Although there might be.
I've never once thrown one over there.
Any block that had kids while their footballs existed, there's probably a tree or two with a ball in it.
My better question is, what's Nerf?
I think it's just the brand name.
Is like Nerf?
It's just the brand name of foam footballs.
No, I know, but like, what the fuck is Nerf? Why? Like, I mean, it's awesome. I don't think there could have been ever another name for it, but Nerf sounds like a fucking like.
So his name is
like a
Fred
dunce,
Cox. Maybe
like a dunce hat wearing.
Maybe the F in Nerf stands for Fred. And then he's just using his family's name. the first initial, maybe. I don't know,
dude.
It's all a hypothesis.
Dumbest assumption I've ever thought of, or you've ever thought of, and I've ever heard.
You're even
say.
taking credit for things that you didn't think of. It's just not. It's not right.
No,
it's not
Nerf
right.
Dude, Nerf is pretty cool shit. Like, they came up with so many things, and then like,
well, their first thing was just that like regular football,
Nerf football,
and then
they had the whistling Nerf.
They put
football,
the whistling one with the tail on it.
Then the tail. Then like.
And then they just made a bunch of little fucking varieties.
I thought that was just like 4 things.
They made miniature versions of their footballs.
So really what they did is made a football 1,000 different ways.
Which is, I mean, pretty impressive when you think about it.
Pretty genius, man.
You made a football 1,000 different ways. Small, medium, large, with tails, without tails, whistling, not whistling.
No, that's something like all kids can remember playing with. Like Nerf footballs are really dope. Like there were some really cool childhood toys back then, though. And then there were really dumb ones. Like, I think we've talked about Skip It.
Yeah.
Skip It was dumb. I mean, I get the idea of it. But it was like it was a way to trick kids into fitness. Like, all of that shit was. Yeah. You know? But that was the shit back then. Like, they made, like, you literally, I'm gonna go play with this.
They were like more than you touch a button and make a noise interactive. Like, you played with them. You
know? Yeah. Like, once you can get online and play games, I think they ruin children for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, children are ruined. They've been ruined for the last 20 years. So.
Games are cool and all, but, like, just like anything else, it takes a lot to be pro in playing video games. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that one day we could have become pros had we known that one day you can become a pro.
True.
Like, you can do what?
When they bring out NBA 2K21, because that'll be like a year from now probably, and I'll have like
that sounds so stupid. 2K21.
I mean, they've been around for a long time too, but they have things like with your My Player. Once you get to the 99 the fastest, if you're like in the first 10, then they bring you to like some competition, and you can win like good money with that.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, man, I can dedicate some time to it. Yeah. I'm already good at that, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't even think I have a 2K.
I have probably like 6 different 2Ks since like 14.
This sounds like a dumb conversation. I have like 6 different 2Ks since like 13 or 14. Like, what the fuck did you just say? I said, what did you say? Sounds like some Adele shit.
Yeah. Well, if you sing her shit, of course it's gonna sound like her shit. You're not knowing the words. You don't know the words.
No.
You don't.
I mean, that's a thing. You just do the melody if you know the melody.
This is true. They have a whole app designed around it.
Like, I mean, I know what it sounds like. I just don't know what it is. Do you remember in My Wife and Kids where he met what's the dude that sings Donkashay?
I can't remember his name.
Me neither. Either way, he met him Damon met him at some golf course or some resort or something. He's like, "Oh, you're the dude that sings Donkey Change." Yeah. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you know, Donkey Change, Donkey Chains, darling, Donkey Chains." He's like, "I think you got me mistaken." That shit was fun. That's a great show.
Yeah.
Again, more of nothing. We apologize for this. What do we got?
You know what's funny about
some substance?
You know what's funny about playing 2K, man, is
no,
it'll make you develop hatred for certain players for literally no reason, just because like if you play them in the career mode, they make them as good as 2K wants to make them, right? So like there's certain people you'll play and they'll be fucking like outrageously good compared to what you think they are in life. So they had I forgot who I was playing, what team it was, but whatever team Jokic is on. So
Utah?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. But it's spelled Jokich, right?
Yeah.
So I started calling him Jokic.
You ever seen that that NBA on NBA Inside or NBA Inside, whatever, on TNT? They did that. They do that segment with Charles. They're like, who he play for?
Yeah.
And he's like, he's always got to try to like guess who the person plays for. So I watched it once, right? And they did it one night, and then the next night they did it again with the same players. and he still didn't get anybody. It's fucking hilarious, man.
Chuck is a hilarious character. I'm not gonna lie.
Indeed.
Yeah.
What you got on that docket though, man? Because we've talked about nothing. Nobody cares about all the small things we talk about.
We've talked about some things, you know.
Nope.
My catalog's not very vast today, but you know whose is? R. Kelly. I hate having conversations about him, but I'll just randomly start singing songs from time to time, right? Not thinking about whose song it is, not even like recognizing whose song it was at first. It just kind of pops up, and I'm like, motherfuck, that's an R. Kelly song, and I can't sing it. Technically.
That does suck when you're like,
yeah, like
I think that regardless,
you're gonna put your girlfriend.
I still don't know what that song is. You've been singing that shit the last couple of days.
Exactly, that's the song that brought it back up.
And I don't know what
I'll show you. I'll show you off air, but
we're not gonna stream any of that. Is he? Did they even take his shit off of a?
No, that's the thing.
It's still on Spotify.
I was trying to figure out who sang that song, right? So I went on Apple Music and I searched for the title, and then it popped up, and I was like, oh.
I still don't know what song you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I'll show you.
What you talk about? Well, on to more music news. I think it's cool to talk about the fact that Nipsey got nominated for some Grammys. Obviously posthumous. Is it posthumous or posthumous?
I don't know, Mr. Big Head. Why don't you tell me?
I know the word, dick.
Fuck you. I'm pretty sure I had. What? Oh, I don't know.
I was like, what are you looking at?
I was wondering what you were looking at.
Same thing you looking at.
Let me find this list real fast. But it's basically just a list of the Grammy nominations. Is that necessary? You can cut it out.
Something fun.
You guys enjoying Sam's singing times?
Adam's fucking looking something up, so I have to fill the fucking airspace with something. And I guess I could have sung something better.
Probably. Okay, so see the list here. It's WGCI iHeart. This is where I'm getting my information.
Who's this on the birthday line?
Yeah, so record of the year.
Go through your birthday.
The record of the year got "Hey Ma" by Bon Iver, "Bad Guy" Billie Eilish.
Hey Ma, like as in Hey Ma, like Cameron.
I guess I don't think so. Old Town Road is pretty low on that list, I thought. And then "Sunflower" by Post Malone and Sway Lee. Album of the year. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of rap names on this list.
What the hell did Nipsey get nominated for?
Let's see, Song of the Year. There's a million fucking categories. My fault, people.
Yeah, Adam sucks.
It's not really like,
you bastard.
Something I planned.
Hey, do you remember when we had bunk beds?
Yeah, I do.
Bunk beds are hilarious. We had those steel ones, right? Do you remember that? Like, so the bottom was larger. The bottom was like a queen, right, or a king? Not a king.
I don't know, but it was much bigger than
the top. So the bottom, I think, is a full.
The top is a twin.
And the top is a twin. That sounds about right. Like, who the fuck's got queen-size bunk beds?
Yeah.
What if they had king-size bunk beds? Like, both of them were double, like two kings.
That'd be different, but I still don't really.
I wouldn't want to sleep on the bottom of that king-size mattress. That thing is heavy.
I don't ever see a need to ever have bunk beds again in my life.
Bunk beds are hilarious, though.
Yeah, but no, I don't.
What if married folks had bunk beds, so they only met on one bunk, like to do their things? You know what I mean? To fuck, and then like,
you know what I mean? To do their things, to fuck.
And then he's like, all right, dude, I'm going back up to my bed. I'll see you later. I think people would last a little longer, man.
That's true. Having a little bit of space never really hurt, you know?
Yeah.
I like to sprawl out in my bed when I'm sleeping.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
My dream is still to have one of those customized Shaquille O'Neal.
My dream is the one they have.
One of those customized Shaquille O'Neal beds that are like 45 feet.
Do you remember on that bed? Like, so we had a metal, or they were steel, I guess. I don't know what, but they not steel because steel was a lot. Steel. One day I'll be able to learn to talk. Steel.
They were like aluminum, I think, just like red aluminum beds.
Aluminum?
Yeah.
I think aluminum is a lot weaker than what we had.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna say there were metal bunk beds. Metal bunk beds.
Okay, there's some kind of metal. Aluminum isn't metal, by the way.
But not that metal. No, aluminum is not the metal we're talking about, dick. So, do you remember like the support beams for the top one? A couple of them popped off.
Yeah.
So there was like, dude, that's fucked up because you could just be sleeping and one would just like pop off and just knock you the fuck out. Dude, that shit was hilarious. I think bunk beds are really funny. Falling off of bunk beds is almost a passage, like a rite of passage if you have them.
Yeah.
Like I've literally fallen from the top of that. It's not the fucking greatest.
Yo, that shit is dangerous as fuck for sure.
Greatest.
I finally found Nipsey's. So he earned posthumous nods for Best Rap Performance, Best Rap Song for Racks in the Middle, and also scored a nom for Best Rap Song / Collaboration for his involvement in DJ Khaled's track Higher.
Because he got nominated for Album of the Year last year, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I was wondering.
But
he didn't win. Who won?
Last year?
Did he win? No, Cardi won.
Yeah.
Cardi won. Yeah.
That's right.
No, man, back to bunk beds. But no. Actually, shout out to Nipsey, man. Rest in peace,
yeah,
man.
Absolutely.
Your music's still fucking bumping.
Yeah. And Racks in the Middle was a dope track. So
Racks in the Middle has that very like that verse where he's like talking about like how you die banging, how you die. What do you say? How you die?
How you died 30 plus after all that gang banging or something
after
like that.
banging all these years. I couldn't come up with the way he worded it, but yeah, essentially saying like after banging 30 some years, how you die now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because he's also got that line. He's like, under no condition will you ever catch me slipping. Something must have made plus the Maybach chauffeur driven. Like, so he's got like his lines in that
album, foreshadowing,
a lot of foreshadowing. But I feel like a lot of Nipsey's album music is foreshadowing. Like, it's very ominous in a way that Pac's was.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like something about that kind of artist, Because Pac had a lot of that, yeah, for sure, like predicting kind of his demise.
And I know we've spoken about this, but because I don't care, because we'll do it again because it's coming. It's relevant. We're speaking about Nipsey, and like some of you may not have heard us speak about it before. Yeah, I think that we've said it before or at least in my opinion, it seems that Nipsey, though Pac was very militant in his movement,
yeah,
and very for the cause and very intelligent, and I think Nipsey is a little bit more authentic in his origins. You know what I mean? Like, he comes from that. Like, not to say that Pac doesn't come from, but Pac was raised in a very different manner, I think.
Yeah,
I don't want to seem like I'm disrespecting anything about Pac, but I just feel like the reverence that he gets, Nipsey maybe not deserves, but get some of what Nipsey gets, I believe, is a little bit more justified.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm wording it correctly.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's like the truth behind his lyrics is a little bit more like it cuts you a little bit.
Yeah, because Pac was when Pac came out, when Pac went death row, I think that's when a lot of his actions started to become a little different.
Yeah.
Not to say, and I'm not saying that he's not authentic in any way. I don't want people to think that, but like because I really do hold Pac in a pretty high regard. But like Nipsey, there's something about Nipsey. There was just something about his aura. Like, even when we never met him. We never were even close to meeting him. We never seen him in a person at all. But like in interviews, you know what I mean? He seemed to be just genuine. That's all that's the only way I could put it.
Yeah.
Very genuine.
Yeah.
And
which, I mean, again, is like probably another one of those things that maybe has something to do with the change in technology and the capability of that
Yeah, maybe that might be so. That might be so. But yeah, a lot of foreshadowing.
Yeah,
a lot of his music. It seems like he was one that knew, and it sucks that it's just so the way he went out is just terrible, man, and very sad. So
it's like I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's a sample from some other song, but Nas had that one track where he's like, "Some revolutionaries get old, or so I'm told. You get left full of bullet holes when you tell the people go free," right? So it's like all those people who have that kind of message that Nipsey has, that Pac had, is like there's a target on their backs.
Oh yeah, you are creating, like you said, a basically a huge target on your back because I think what happens is. You create what you create, right? Your music that has specific content that is more in the vein of what you just said with the Nas verse, or those who are for a cause, right? A cause that the government does not like you to be part of,
or even just
because you
can
be
people in your neighborhood.
You could be a small person. Yeah, oh yeah, and it shows. Yeah. It shows what happened. Like somebody who wanted to shine, you did. Couldn't get it, and hated you for it. I don't know. I still listen to Nipsey, and I'm still very affected by the way he went out because it's unfortunate. Because I don't know, it just seems weird. Like it's all crazy, and I always feel like it sucks because Nipsey was like my age, man. Like only a couple weeks older than I was.
He was just trying to shed positivity and inspiration in the neighborhood, and that's just So it's always bad. It's always terrible to see that happen, man. But
if we had a soundboard, this is where we'd play something uplifting or
Although the story itself was kind of uplifting. The fact that it's able to be not like the end of the story, obviously, but there's his story. Yeah.
Somebody who really, I think, walked it like he talked it, essentially.
Yeah.
So 100% rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle, and long live, fucking the marathon and shit. If that doesn't sound cheesy.
Yeah.
If that, you know what I mean?
The marathon continues.
Yes.
That's what it's supposed to be. But
yes. But I was trying, I don't know. I was sometimes, I'll start a sentence and I'll just see where it goes. And that's where it went.
Yeah.
Dick face.
But yeah, hopefully the Grammys gets it right. I mean, I know a lot of people think they're gonna give it to people because they're past and but I mean, I don't know. The other people who I saw who was matched up in there, I don't remember any of their names. That's really how important they were. So
I don't really watch a lot of these award shows anymore.
No.
They don't have the same allure that they once had. It seems like
before it wasn't really alluring anyway. We just wanted to see the live performances of people who were coming out.
Well, it did because we were at one point not as able to be. We weren't able to access a lot of our favorite artists' lives.
Just never want you to say anything about me having a big head and not being able to.
I haven't been able to speak at all today. Again, all. But no, now we have the ability to access their lives through Instagram and all sorts of things. I brought this up. There's been a recurring argument of mine. But as you're able to go look on lives and you can literally see pictures they posted yesterday, there's a difference.
And there's clips of their performances everywhere, and it's you don't have to wait to watch
YouTube, all that. Yeah. Now, or back then, there was a thing where okay, you only see them perform every so often. If you get to see them on tour, dope. Maybe if they're on Leno or if they're on some live show.
Yeah.
But you didn't get to see them as often, and you couldn't go reference videos just through this fucking magical encyclopedia on fucking, entertainment.
Yeah. That's true.
On the internet.
And what usually happens with those award shows anyways is the people who I really would like to see, they aren't there in person for whatever reason.
Nowadays, especially not. But back in the day, they would go.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you would see them there because it was such a thing that I don't even think that they were around each other as much as they are now.
I mean, they usually sent a video message if they weren't there back then. No, I can't make it, but appreciate y'all.
Exactly. Now it'd just be well, I'm accepting this award on his behalf.
The Academy will be accepting this nomination on behalf of...
because he didn't come. And the guy that we asked to come and accept, he said, fuck y'all too. Yeah. So, essentially speaking, nobody likes us.
Right.
What? Watch your foot.
That's the end. I know where it's at.
You spin me right around, baby, right around like a record, baby, right around, round, round.
They had a Donald Faison at the
New
Jersey Devils game.
Round
Anyways,
and
listen,
round and round.
If you guys want me to turn down his mic when he does that, give me a hell yeah.
What?
What? They had Donald Faison at the New Jersey Devils game, and they had Poison playing, and they had a camera on him. He was like, "Everybody, give it up for Donald Faison from Scrubs." I was like, and
did he do anything?
He just stood up and he was like, showing his New Jersey Devils fucking
hockey
jersey. Yeah,
he's a hockey fan,
I guess.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool. I just didn't, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is him and Zach Braff still friends?
Yeah, of course.
Braff is a stupid last name.
They have a bromance.
Hey, Braff.
That's a I love you man in person. Those two.
Word. Yeah. But can we talk about the stupid last name of Braff?
Yeah, I mean
Zach Braff. Is he Zachary Braff?
Yes.
That's really that's a terrible name, dude. That's like Zach Braff could only have been either an actor or a dude that does not much.
I suppose so.
No, I don't know. It's just a funny last name to me.
It is a funny
Two
last
F's?
name. Yeah.
Why not just one F?
It's a very unutilized. Well, no.
Why wouldn't you just have one F?
Because I don't know. Is it a hard F if you use only one F?
Zach Braff?
Because like off is OFF, right?
Off
of is OV. Or OF, I'm sorry, not OV. So, yeah.
You suck at life, dude.
Listen, I mean, you had just as many inabilities to communicate your phrases and thoughts.
Anyway, what's happening in the world of sports, dude? Do you have anything?
Only no, not really. Not really. I haven't paid much attention.
I seen that yesterday. Zach LaVine hit a game winner. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Zach, yesterday being Saturday, this being Sunday,
right?
And the day you're watching it being Tuesday
or very, very, very late Monday night.
Very, very late.
Yeah,
very, very, very late.
Yeah, we got.
But yeah, I saw. So what the sequence was that I guess the Bulls were down. Let me see if I can remember. 2. Okay, the Bulls were down 5, right? I think what happened is they got a rebound or stole it, and I think dude Kobe. Yeah. Kobe. Kobe White is his last name. See, I don't pay much attention to the Bulls because it's a sham. Anyway, he shot a 3, made it. Then in the inbounds, they pressed and Zach LaVine stole the ball, ran out to the 3-point line and did a turnaround fadeaway jumper and made the shot with like 0.8 left, and they won the game. He scored 49.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah. He hit 12 threes or some shit.
That's ridiculous. That's a crazy trend in the NBA, man. All the
dude, the amount of threes that are shot.
The fact that one
crazy.
person can knock down 12 threes in a game.
It's like every game now. Do you remember? Okay, so most games now, the scores are like all-star games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or even more, even like funnier is like playing like double or triple overtime.
Oh, yeah.
You're like 130 something. Dude, speaking of that, the Warriors been getting their ass mud stomped.
Yo, by like 42 points the other day or something like that, right? Steve Kerr's like, I can't even play it off. We are fucking terrible. Like, he said that. I don't know if it was verbatim, but he was like, I know that we're not doing good right now. So.
Dude, that's crazy. They went from being like on top of the world to being like literally shitted on by a bum.
Yeah. Yeah.
They went from being like, yeah, and then they woke up and literally there was poop falling.
They're like, it stinks of excrement.
This stinks of excrement.
Yeah.
We were watching this show called The Grand Tour. I don't know if any of you listening to the hundreds
and tens
and fives of you that are listening right now, if you are familiar with the show Top Gear and the guys that used to be on it, which is Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond, They are three really well-known car guys or car personalities, I guess you would call them, right? Yeah. In the car community.
Hosts of car shows.
Yeah, but they've been doing it for so long. Like, I think they were part of that show for about 20 years or close to it. Very large amount of seasons.
Yeah.
And then something happened where Jeremy Clarkson punched out one of the producers, and he got fired. And I think both of them left with him because they're his boys and shit. You know what I mean?
Like, he was like, fuck this.
Squad up. You know what I mean? Let's get the fuck up out of here. So they left, and then they got a show that was picked up on Amazon, which is called The Grand Tour, which is essentially the show they did before, but with them still, right?
And just a different set of producers.
Yeah, because they actually continued Top Gear, but it has like Matt LeBlanc from Friends as a host, and some other dudes. I have no clue who the fuck they are.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that he was going to be the new host.
But he's a big car guy. Car guy. It's kind of cool. I've watched it a couple times, but I'm more of a fan of these guys, the original crew.
Yeah.
And so Grand Tour is a funny show, and they're all British, and it's hilarious because like the way they the way they'll describe something, like if we walked into a place and it really stank, you'd be like, man, this thing's like shit in here. It's like, what the fuck is that? And then so they walked up to something, and he was like, this stinks of excrement. Like, that's
it smell like doo doo in here, baby.
Why you gotta sound so high class when you're talking about like some shit smell like shit?
I mean, if you're gonna take a low brow thing, you gotta turn it into something funny.
Low class ass.
Did you see other Bulls news? Luol Deng, like they were talking about his like sign and retired thing that he did.
Yeah.
So all the boys
I seen that little reunion. That was pretty dope. I seen there was an interview that Derek did with Will Perdue, where so it was like a 15-minute interview, but I think he did another interview on. I think Will Perdue has some kind of show on Comcast or one of those how kind of off the beaten path of all the other ones, where First Takes and all of them, they have like the extra shows.
Right.
Sorry, but they're extra. Dude, we're like an extra.
You're everything that's not Sports Center or
if they're extra shows, we're like extra. Adam will probably in editing fade this out. Extra.
I don't know why he's telling you at all what I'm going to do in editing. Cause
Adam ain't doing shit in editing. Either way, I'm just trying to make it a point to say that we are very far from that. So we're not disrespecting that.
No, because we got hundreds.
And tens
of viewers.
No, you're supposed to finish it with 5, motherfucker.
No.
But there is 5s. There's 5 to be exact.
There's 100, there's 2 10s, and there's 1 5.
Okay, so
tens.
He did a interview on that show, I guess, and it was a smaller interview, I believe.
Right.
But the one he did, if you look it up on YouTube, you'll find it just was recent. And they were just talking about him and, his real, like, just the testament of Derrick Rose, really, the fact that a testament to Derrick Rose being how much all of the NBA players love him and really respect him and find him to still think he's an elite talent.
Yeah.
And that aside, he was speaking about Joakim Noah, and he said how much he wants his son to be Joakim, like Joakim when he grows up, because Joe grew up with like a silver spoon essentially, and not that that's a bad thing, but his son will too, but also in the spotlight, and how hard it is to make a way for yourself when your father is such a huge, just a huge thing,
Oh, yeah, because they're like tennis players or some shit, his parents?
His father's a really well-known, his mother too, right?
Yeah, they both of them.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, Joe had a privileged childhood, essentially.
Yeah.
But I think what comes with that a lot of the time, if your parents made their money from some sort of well-known skill, like a sport or acting or something along in that same vein.
Yeah.
They have this large presence, and I think it's hard. I'm not speaking from experience, but what I would assume it to be is that, I think it's hard probably to come up with your own person, being your own person, if that's what you want.
Yep.
Probably some be like, yo, I'm cool. I'm just going to live off this shit and be just cool for life, which I think there's something to that. Like, fuck it. I accept what I am. I have money. I'm just gonna like really live life and just enjoy it. Like I don't have to be anything particularly.
I would agree.
Although part of what I am is to somebody who is hungry to try to create something for myself. So I think eventually I would have to get to that point.
Yeah.
You know, we've had this conversation about what you do if you got money and how you get bored and eventually start trying to like give people hiccups for the rest of their lives and shit.
I want to invent a hiccup machine.
What was the other stupid fucking superhero power you came up with? Like you'd be able to put people to sleep or something?
No.
I'm going to put you to sleep.
Which I think would actually be kind of a beneficial thing to be able to do, you know?
All right, Bill Cosby.
Without date rape drugs, goddammit.
You gotta put the pudding in the.
They just
pudding.
had a. He said something.
That's. I'm sorry. That was nasty. That was nasty.
They had some other quote with Derek where he's talking about. I don't know specifically like what rule he's talking about, but he's like the way they call the game now. Essentially, like who knows? I could. Still be with
he
the
was
Bulls.
talking. He was speaking about load management.
Oh yeah. There you go. Because I mean, let's be honest, it's a bunch of bullshit. If you are, let's say, somebody who's gonna go see the Bulls, and this is the first time you've ever been to a game, and there's one of your players coming to town that you want to see,
the fans pay. You better fucking perform.
All you do is play basketball for 82 games a season.
There's a couple of things I wanted to that reminds me of, right?
Yeah.
So where did I send that picture to our group chat for the podcast? So this one, right? Okay. Oh no, Dave sent this. So there's this stat that says in a 32-month span, Michael Jordan won 3 championships, won 3 scoring titles, named MVP 2 times, named Finals MVP 3 times, named All Defensive First Team 3 times, and missed 0 games.
That Michael Jeffrey Jordan?
That's Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah, there was
the man, the myth, the legend, yo. Motherfuckers disrespect. Because what my issue is with that is, right? Because
the thing about that is it is.
So there's 2 things, right? You saying about load management and missing games, and it's bullshit. That's why I kind of respect James Harden. Not even kind of. I do respect James Harden.
Yeah.
He plays every game and a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's one of the people I've grown to hate through my player.
I can bet. I bet you'd be lurking you in like games and shit. Like, what the fuck?
He's on God mode. He's not missing shit. He's not getting called for one single foul. He's dunking on you every chance he gets.
It's hilarious. So that's why you got to respect him. And also, he's just really is a great player. He's created his own type of style of play based on the rules that are allowed.
Yeah,
and I respect that.
I would agree.
MJ, this was my thing. MJ players back in the day played most games and. Dude, I remember them motherfuckers used to play like 40-something minutes a game.
Yeah.
Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
So, like, that goes back to load management, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, people look at Thibodeau crazy because he'd have, like, Luol playing 40 minutes a game. Okay, obviously certain games you didn't have to play 40 minutes, right? But that wasn't, like, an anomaly back in the day. Like, that was...
I think in order to be ready, you have to get ready, right? Now, that doesn't mean... to beat them down. But in a game where you might need to play 42, 44.
Right.
Shit, throw 46 minutes out there.
Yeah.
How are you going to do that if you've never done it?
Right.
How can you beat down that wall if you've never, if you didn't bring the sledgehammer and start hitting that bitch?
Yeah.
Right? You can't bust the
game.
wall down. You're not fucking Hulk, right? Which would be awesome, dude. If you had, dude, I know he takes it as like a curse. But, dude, if you could just get mad and turn green and beat everybody up.
Fuck everybody.
I mean, yeah, you got to buy new clothes a lot, right? Like, I get it. Like, God damn it, went through these slacks again.
I'm just going to let this dick hang out. I'm not putting
If I was Hulk, I'd literally just walk balls straight the fuck out.
Yeah.
Free balling like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, you never know what it
Hulk, put your dick away. Hulk smash!
Talking about load management.
Luol.
Fuck, I forgot where I was going. There was a point that I was going to make.
Oh, no, we were speaking about, like, being able to be ready, like, to play these games if you've never really tried, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, right. So, I went to a Bulls game, and they played the Pistons. This was, like, 3 or 4 seasons ago, probably. And they went to a quadruple overtime. So now, Honestly, Drummond is probably what lost us the game because he was fucking beasting for the last 4 overtimes that they went into. But you can start to see the fatigue set in, right? And there's like people who maybe normally play like 22 minutes, and now all of a sudden they're playing 34 minutes, right? And they're like,
it's hard.
Yeah,
that's hard, dude. Because I mean, listen, we've never played in like any kind of even semi-professional setting, right?
Right.
Wish we would have.
Yeah.
And had I like,
but unfortunately, we're still poor and not basketball legends.
Yes. The legend that could have been.
The dream deferred.
Okay, I'm sorry. But even in league play,
right?
League play is a lot more difficult than playing a pickup game is one thing, right? But then playing a game where you actually are officiated, where there's times, the level of play picks up so quickly. So I can only imagine.
And do you think that's also like a byproduct of the fact that they stopped the game so many times with rules and shit? Because I think
no, I think because the game is on the line, we know we only have in leagues we have like 30 minutes, like 15-minute halves, 20-minute halves or something like that. You might play 35, 40 minutes. You know you only have this amount of time left.
Right.
And everybody pretty much sucks.
Yeah.
Right? So so like the points come a lot harder, right? I'm only speaking facts. You're only in rec leagues because we all suck.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't mean we suck like, oh, you can't play ball, but if we're just comparing us to NBA players, yeah, pretty much. But not all of them.
Right.
I mean, whatever. But I'm not disrespecting people. I'm just speaking facts. Yeah, it's a whole nother level of play when the game picks up and when not everybody's scoring buckets and you feel like every bucket counts and everything is a desperate dash to try to get it. So everybody's running as fast as they can across the court. You know it. Like if you play pickup games, you jog. You might not even play a fucking way down the court. You might just let this possession ride. In a game where you're actually like you've paid in a league and it's competitive and you want to win.
Yo, I sprained my ankle and I still went and played the next day for the league.
Adam wasn't getting paid.
No,
and he sucks.
No, but no, that's not true at all. I did want to play, and I was like, it was once a week. I think we played, so I was like, I'm not trying to miss this game. Then I have to wait till next week. Like,
yeah. No, but I guess what I'm just getting at is really like. I can only imagine if we've experienced that and we thought that was pretty not gruesome. I mean, like taxing, right?
Right.
We felt it in our bodies.
Yeah.
And maybe it's because we could be out of shape, I guess, and to some extent.
Yeah.
But I guess what we're talking about is players who have only played 20 and need to play 40 are kind of out of shape for that scenario of gameplay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to be ready for what's going to come. Maybe.
Yeah.
And I get the idea of playing your players to fatigue more so than not to try to allow them to understand when you do need to play. It's like the Coach Carter theory. Coach Carter theory. Next week I'll speak better.
Probably not.
Dick. But do you remember in Coach Carter when all they did was run?
Yeah.
And then I know we brought this shit up too, but it's a fucking basketball kind of podcast. So listen. Anyway, they ran a lot.
A lot.
And when they got to a point in a game where it came down to a possession, and they needed that possession, and they played against a team who hadn't ran the cardio that they needed, and I get this is a movie, suck it my dicka 2 times. But they beat them because they were able to out-hustle them because their cardio was where it needed to be.
Right.
If you can run and hustle for 48 minutes straight, then you know you'll be fine. Yeah. So playing 30, you're good. Playing 48, you'll still be good, but that's where you're reaching your peak of where you can do. That's why overtime is the equalizer. Yeah. Those who can perform in overtime are going to be the people who win the game.
Yeah. Because
when it comes down to it, it all comes down to conditioning.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you can't run, you're not going to make it up the court. If you can't make it up the court, you can't score. And vice versa. So,
and the byproduct of that is what?
Winning games.
No, motherfucker. I mean, okay, the negative byproduct of a lot of having to work hard like that.
Losing games.
Injury, dick. injury. That's why Luol had his issues. That's why, even though there's an argument Derek could have been out of that game. There's an argument of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's argument that why not? There's no guarantees that, dude, he could have landed perfectly fine and this never would have happened.
Right.
But it was just an awkward landing, and that's what happens with ACLs. That's what happens with any of these injuries. It's like non-basketball. The second time he hurt his knee was a non-contact play.
Yeah.
It was because he's tried to stop too hard on one of his legs, and that's when it gave.
Right.
That was maybe a little bit more heartbreaking than the first one.
I don't know. The first one was really fucked up.
The city felt like shit.
We went 7 games with Philly. That
was a heartbreaking thing. But I think when he came back and 12 games later, he had to go again.
Yeah,
and that was hard because we all were like, remember he left on crutches, and we were like, what the fuck is happening? And the city was down on its luck that day.
Yeah, it wasn't a good time. Wasn't a good time, but shout out to Derek, man. I mean, I know we say it a lot, but
shout out Derek Rose, man. You
love to see him excel.
When he's from the crib, man. So I love to support Derek, and I love seeing him play well. I love the support he got when he just came back and they were doing the MVP chants, and it's just nice. I think that it's good to pay him homage, and I think eventually it'd be dope for a Derek to come back and retire as a Bull, and for them to retire.
I think he still would love to be back in a Bull. I don't know if he wants to come back with this front office that still is terrible.
I think
but
eventually,
nobody wants to do that.
Eventually Garpax is gone. Because
Garpax should have been gone 12 years ago.
It's turning into literally the worst shit show ever. Like, they were supposed to be rebuilding, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won yesterday, but that was on a fluke and a fucking great performance by somebody who's not going to play 49 fucking points a game and put up 49 a game every night.
No.
I think it'd be dope to see him come back.
Yeah.
Play as number one.
Yeah.
And then the number one gets retired at the end of his career.
Mm-hmm. I absolutely 100% agree with that. It was hard. I don't know, like, the separation at the time was rough, and it's like the city. There was a lot of punk ass Chicago fans, at the time, who just didn't give Derek any love that he should have got. Almost made it to the end there without an issue. Almost.
Why didn't they lay lyrics down on that shit? Like, here's the show about people guessing.
Maybe I'll get the daily
Like, somebody should have definitely thrown some lyrics down on that. Like, could have been like some remedial ass lyrics. Would have been funny, man. Like,
I mean, you can take any tune and flip it into something a little bit more hardcore too.
Love boat. I do feel like I'm a little loud. We'll see.
You're probably loud, but you're just naturally loud.
I'm a loud person.
You're just always loud.
Sir, any one more outburst from you, I will beat you with this microphone.
I have the microphone, and you don't. Well,
will you listen to every damn word? I think we're gonna have to put that as a clip, man. We're gonna have to find that and chop that into this.
Just like promising you things that I'm never gonna deliver.
It's not that hard, and Adam's a dick for not being wanting to do it. But I think it would be pretty dope to be like throw that in here, like, because we say it a lot.
Yeah,
we could throw it in there where, like, when we get like outbursts, like that people think you're really stupid about what you're saying, and then I have to agree with them.
But nobody ever thinks that.
To the hundreds.
You just are the worst.
Dude, you're not gonna fucking complete it.
No, because
you're the worst.
I was just telling you how you're the worst.
I hate it here.
Mom, meatloaf.
Fuck. Meatloaf is a great dish.
It is. I don't think they want to hear us talk about meatloaf for another 10 minutes.
Dude, I guarantee people out there are like, dude, yep.
Who's still watching?
Not many. I don't know how many people have ever watched it to the end of our show.
I think, like, you got your Maishas, you got your Water on Mars, you got your Sammys, you got,
This dude, who was the guy's name that commented and asked us to bring back the shoes?
Brandon something.
Brandon something. No disrespect. We don't remember your we don't have the last name. Adam won't pull it up, and my phone is dead. But shout out to you, man. Thank you for watching, man, and
giving us some feedback that we can use.
Actually, look up his fucking name and give him proper respect, man. We only got 125 people that watch.
And
we can't afford to lose anybody at this point.
I mean, I suppose that's 100% true, and we turn down the volume.
You suppose that's 100%? It might could be.
Brandon Green,
bro. Thank you for watching, man. We appreciate you. We don't have like a Patreon or that couch will suck your phone up, man.
Yeah, it definitely did.
And there's like bars down there because it's all mechanical, so it might hit something and break. It's the worst.
The fuck?
Don't you put that evil on me, motherfucker.
Not the mojo I need for that shit.
But no, man. Honestly, we don't have like a Patreon or anything like that to, we don't have a system set up to be able to give you guys shout outs like that. So, if we can try to do it during the show, hopefully you're watching, man. And, shout out to you for tuning in.
Yeah, and all you other
apparently being around and
be like him.
Being around for quite some time if he remembers that. So, we appreciate you, man.
You other hundreds and tens, be like him. Comment, tell us what the fuck is good. If there's something that you don't like that we do, keep that to yourself. But if there's something that you wish that we would do in
anything
addition,
constructive
we might consider
is appreciated, man. Anything constructive.
Yeah.
Do you guys like the length? You want it more? You want more of us like during during these episodes? You want some?
You want us to talk about something that matters at any given point?
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm sure people on here. I'm sure people have had bunk beds, right? Bunk beds are cool. People have all fallen off and busted their shit. Yo, that ladder was fucking metal.
That ladder was terrible.
It was metal bars. Yo, how you walk up metal bar ladder at like 9 years old with no shoes on?
Remember Samir and Ashraf had one when they were in Addison?
I don't remember that. Oh no, I do remember that.
We used to just be up there all the time chilling.
Theirs were two twins.
Yeah.
And they were wooden. You know why I remember that? Because one day I was laying on the floor, and I don't think I've ever told this story. Waleed, our cousin, was laying on the first bunk.
Yeah.
And I was laying on the floor watching them play, I believe, Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo.
Always a great game.
Great fucking game. And out of nowhere, I feel this boom. And Waleed had thrown a big metal fire truck at my head.
You got knocked the fuck out.
Dude, I had an earache for like a week. I was sick. I
exploded my eardrum.
I didn't go to school. Like, dude, he threw this shit. Like, I was like literally like this. And he just threw the shit. And I just remember the intense pain and anger that I felt at the same time.
It's fucked up, but the things you can laugh about now, right?
Yeah, man. Me and Waleed have since made up. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Shout out to the hundreds and tens. Shout out to Fred Cox. Pause for
R.I.P. sir.
Making us our childhood enjoyable.
Thanks for giving us stupid proof toys. So many of the children that would have had brain injuries do not.
Right.
Because I'm assuming all of us would have. Yeah. We've all been hit in the head with a many a Nerf,
but not everybody got hit in the head with a fire truck. Obviously, shout out to Glenn.
That's fucked up, man.
Thank you for
your big the miss too.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about my head at the beginning?
Oh,
at the ending, because that's how it works. So shout out to everybody who is watching, new guys, old guys.
Shout out to the fans. We really thank you out here watching us while we drinking our beers. We used to, but now we don't do that because it's the morning. We ain't no alcoholics. What? Yeah.
I mean, it's mid-afternoon.
I don't have beer. So
anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to episode 68.
It all.
And we'll see you in a sexual position next week for number 69.
Oh, yeah, we will.